Garri constitutes more than 70% of total cassava consumption in Nigeria, making it one of the staple food items consumed. It is eaten by every family irrespective of their socioeconomic status and religious background, and it gets considerable preference on the household daily budget. Despite all of this, Garri is still beyond the reach of many. Report shows that the market price of this product has increased tremendously with as high as over 100% since January 2022. On month basis, the cost of Garri experienced an upward movement from January to October. Prices significantly dropped in November from 320 naira in the previous month to 240 naira per derrica and picked up at 300 naira in December, still its peak at 528 naira in August 2021, totaling more than 150% increase from where it began in January 2022. The reason for increase in Garri prices in 2022 can be attributed to the general lockdown, which halted the activities of farmers. Others also attributed the high prices to the dry season and texture of farmland, which was described as too hard for harvest. Another factor to consider is the demand to supply ratio. The annual demand for Garri is estimated at 1 million tons, while the supply estimate is about 250,000. In Nigeria, the supply gap of Garri has continued to expand as the population continues to grow, leading to rising costs. Other factors include an increase in the price of inputs and fertilizer, exchange rate, rural-urban drifts, leading to a reduction in the number of cassava farmers, among others. But a major challenge, according to investigations, is the manual processing of Garri, which has been the practice. Many Garri producers have not adopted the modern Garri processing method. They peel the cassava, press, and also fry it manually. The time and energy consumption during production, when compared, forces producers to increase prices in order to enjoy some level of profit. The conditions of food scarcity and insecurity resulting from the continuous increment in cost are nothing short of alarming. According to Nigeria's National Bureau of Statistics (NBS), 68% of households in Nigeria have been experiencing food insecurity since August 2020. Nigeria also recorded a food inflation rate of 21.79% in February 2021, the highest the country has recorded since 2015. The headline inflation of 17.33%, marking the 18th consecutive month of rising inflation in a country where 56.5% of its income is spent on food. Nigeria's peculiar food security challenges can also be linked to an inefficient food distribution system plaguing Africa. Although the COVID-19 pandemic played a huge role in halting farm productivity, it can be agreed that the country in its state would not be able to survive the threat of famine. Its lack of storage facilities and inability to define its key players in the value chain has given room to loss of profit and exploitation of masses. Pricepally is helping to alleviate Nigeria's worsening food crisis by connecting consumers directly with farmers and wholesalers, making food items more accessible and affordable. However, the situation is complicated by a cassava glut. Despite high prices, many farmers are hesitant to cultivate cassava in large quantities due to oversupply concerns. This redundance contributes to scarcity of Garri, driving up prices and making it harder for lower-income Nigerians who depend on it as a staple food to afford it. Grace Komalafe, Sook News.